Hello, hello. Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the short answer. It's always a great joy to be with you. I'm going to speak to you tonight about original medicine, that you are original medicine. And it is so evident that it's elusive. It is so obvious that it is elusive because you have always been being you and you didn't really realize that you are actually bringing medicine to the planet. You're just being you, doing the best you can, trying to survive and doing the things that you thought you were supposed to be doing. Well, if you've ever been experiencing the fact that that wasn't working so well for you, or you felt stressed or unseen or unheard, then we have a very important message for you tonight. Okay, so before we dive into that, I want to read some of our announcements that are essential as aspects for you to engage in various things inside of Mortar Institute, and it's always a joy to bring you this variety of things that come through. So, number one, we have a 4-day challenge coming up. We've been in the season of challenges lately, and there's a reason for this. We want to activate and inspire you. We want to stay alive in our community and keep people connected and finding a deeper version of themselves all the while. So we don't just want to have relationships and exchanges. We want to have deeply meaningful relationships inside of the Energy Codes community. And so we're bringing you another challenge. And this one is to recharge, to take charge. And what it means is truly to open up to your multidimensionality and to bring forth your original medicine, but so many ways that we're going to do that in our 4-day challenge. So join us for this. It is free, of course, and it starts April 25th. Through April 28th, it is daily lessons and practices, of course, and challenging actions for you to take just to see if you can show up to yourself and see if you can actually be in your greatness, okay? We're going to do that together. So it also will be daily prizes and a grand prize, just, I don't know, because for the fun of it, we're just going to do that, okay? And you can sign up using the links that are in the comment section right now in front of you, all right? We're also announcing Supercharging the Soul, a global event celebrating the new you that is emerging, the emerging you, Friday, April 29th. So you want to mark your calendar for this because it is going to be a global transmission and healing and activation of the soulful self. So, we are multidimensional beings, and it's really time for us to learn to live as the 4th and 5th dimensional beings that we truly are, rather than simply, relying on our 3rd dimensional 5 sensory system that is limiting. Have you noticed? And so when we're living an unfulfilling life, it is because we are depending too much on that. Not that we want to ever throw the baby out with the bathwater, but we do want to reflush and replenish and rejuvenate and start to get some new juice happening inside of our system. And that's what the whole challenge and the global celebration is all about. So join me for that. That is Friday, April 29th from 8 to 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll, of course, be celebrating the 4-day challenge, drawing the grand prize winner for our whole challenge, just to keep it fun, okay? And receive all the challenge content when you register for this event. You'll have all those recordings and everything so that you can keep that alive in your lives. Another thing I want to announce is a B.E.S.T technique information call. So bioenergetics is the work that I grew up with. It is the only healthcare that I have ever received. It is something that I've been teaching inside of our community for many years now, and we are bringing another representation of that forward this June. So we have an information call about that on May 10th. So that is at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's complimentary, it's free, and it's open to everyone. Anyone that wants to come and just learn a little bit about what this bioenergetic stuff is all about and how I might be able to utilize that in my own life and maybe even be in service to other people. We have lots and lots of people who are always wanting to know, when is the next one? When is the next one? And so May 10th is an opportunity for you to learn about the course that's coming up in June, okay? We also have a monthly healing transmission coming up April 27th, and it is a beautiful time for us to be coming together. There is a very important message that I feel coming in. We'll be delivering that inside of the healing transmission. You go to monthlyhealingtransmission.com to sign up, and I want to invite you to invite other people as we are gathering a very large collective of people, and the more we have in that group consciousness, the more power we have. So together together we are more, and the more together we are, the more we are as well, okay? So we want to be empowered and feel and share, give and receive all at the same time. It's a beautiful way to learn that and to build circuits for that. So we also have, I'm not sure what this is about. Okay, it looks like that is where we are, where we're landing today in our announcements. All right, so now let's get to the business at hand, and that is understanding that you are original medicine. So many people are living in a way that is suppressing that original medicine. And in the process of suppressing that, we become more dependent on things around us in our outer world. And the more dependent we are on things in our outer world, the more controlling we become. And the more controlling we become, the less empowered we become. It's kind of the opposite of what we always thought. And so here's what we want to understand. What is original medicine, and how do I find mine, and how do I make sure I'm taking it and giving it and having it be alive while I'm on this planet? So think of it this way. You came upon this planet for a reason, and you packed together various vibrations of all of the energies that are available, and you became them, you gathered them, and that is what you are. You then descended yourself to the planet, you landed, and we sort of splatted, and in that splat, you got dispersed, and in that dispersal, you started looking externally for some sense of okayness, some sense of, do I exist, and am I okay, and am I loved, and am I going to be okay as we go along, etc. And in that externalization of our orientation, of our empowerment, we externalized that empowerment. We kind of leave behind, sitting in its dormancy, this medicine that I'm speaking of. And while it's sitting there, we go on and start building relationships and building a life and doing the best we can and, rising to the occasion and succeeding at things and having lives and maybe having families or having careers or maybe both or whatever it is that's been happening. And ultimately, there's this thing that's unattended to that needs to come forward and will come forward, whether we resist it or accept it, whether we celebrate it or deny it. It kind of doesn't matter. It's coming. It's coming out, all right? So if we are in denial of it, completely unaware of it, we put all of our attention on the task at hand. We get very busy performing and doing and delivering whatever it is that we think we're supposed to be doing. And what happens is eventually it starts to erupt. It starts to emerge. It starts to rattle the cage. It wants a voice. It wants to come out. And it's very important that we follow the principles inside of the energy codes and inside of Mortar Institute that allow us to allow it to emerge with grace and in tandem in a way that breathes and lives and doesn't have to break apart our lives in order to come out, but that it has a seat at the table at the same time. You've been this for so much of your life that you're not aware of it. And so I want to share with you just a few things that you can do to make sure that it is allowed to emerge with grace so that it doesn't have to elbow its way and ransack the place just to be heard, just to be known, just to find some sense of peace or acceptance or expression or some kind of harmony in the world. Because the only reason that we ever feel disharmony is because we've not been in touch with this very thing that I'm talking about. And so as we get in touch with it, harmony starts to establish itself. We don't have to, leave the relationship, quit the job, move out of town, do all the things that we think we need to do in order to just find some semblance of sanity and some semblance of okayness. The okayness is right here at hand. And it's so inside of the blinder system that we don't even look to it or sense it or feel it. And so here's number one. You want to automatically assess your authenticity. Are you truly saying what you need to say? Are you truly revealing what's there to be revealed? Are you finding a way for that to seem safe or smart or okay? The safe, the smart, and the okay is up to you. It's up to you to decide, yes, it's okay that I go ahead and say this. It's okay that I go ahead and reveal. Because when I say and when I reveal and when I action it, when I'm authentic in that way, it generates medicine for everyone around me and everything that I'm involved in. It releases the medicine that I am. Not that we would speak these things in order to create change out there, not that we should ever take an action in order to teach a lesson or show them what it's all about. It's not that at all. That's completely a contrived version of what I'm speaking about. What I'm speaking about is what is in your heart of hearts. What is deep in your core, deep in your gut? What really matters to you? And it's up to you to decide. Permission granted. Permission granted to administer the medicine. Permission granted for you to be you. And so when we allow that authenticity to be prevailing in all of our activities, whether it's at home or at work or with family or family of origin or friends or circumstances of any sort, am I saying what's there to be said? Am I saying what is there to be said? So I want you to understand that you're a multidimensional being, and there are parts of you that are residing in a much higher plane of existence. And if we're not willing to be that authentic self right here, we can't allow that to come through and be revealed. And so we come and we go, and the planet isn't really transformed because of our presence here. And really, the entire cosmos is just this consciousness that is harmonizing itself and evolving and awakening more and more and more. So when you tap whatever is in there that is to be said and say it or action it or, honor it in some way, your original medicine begins to be able to be administered. It gets to be offered up. An offering is an unconditionality. The indigenous peoples of the planet generated offerings. They offered their wisdom to the tribe. They didn't come in saying how it's going to be. They didn't come in saying, this is what I'm going to do because of what you do, and this is how it's going to roll from here on out. That's not how it took place, because they were constantly in touch with original medicine. They were constantly realizing that the tribe was a we. It wasn't a me versus you. It was a we. They operated as a we. Original medicine operates as a we. Your multidimensional version of self operates as the oneness that down here in this third dimension would be interpreted as we. Oh, this is what we need to do in order for us to evolve. And so here's my offering to that we that is evolving. So when we begin to work with it this way, it's done in the spirit of love. It's done in the spirit of unconditionality. And so the indigenous peoples, the Native American peoples, the Amazon peoples, the Andean peoples that were here on the planet in South Africa, the Aboriginal peoples, they were all operating in this way. And we are being called to return to the truth that was once known, and to not only bring it alive, but to bring a new relevance to it, based upon our current circumstances on this planet and what we are being beckoned, if not begged, to become, which is original medicine. We are being begged to become again original medicine. Now, for some of you, that might seem like a call to the divine feminine. To some of you, it might seem as if it is a time to take charge in ways that we haven't. And whatever way it is landing for you, just know that it is meant to be, if it is truly coming from a place of love and not one-upsmanship. Well, if they're going to be doing that over there, then we have to rise up here and do this thing in retaliation. That isn't it. That's more of what we're trying to get away from on this planet. It's more of what we're here to consume and turn into something more divine, more whole, more whole. So a second thing that I would invite you to look at is Is this both and alive and well in you? Is it okay to be this and this at the same time? Can I respect and honor and also step into my own? Can I do the things that I committed to and also have time for me, create time for me? Am I generating the both and in this real right now moment? Or am I working really hard right now so that I can have some glorious moment in the future? So what I really want us to catch is that original medicine doesn't know the confines of space and time. Original medicine and a fourth dimensional being who you actually are is not confined to such limitations of ideas. It's not confined to the belief system of space and time, which is merely a belief system. And so if I can just operate in a both and sort of way, it's going to show up like I can allow you your ideas, and I can allow me my ideas, and we can find a way for our ideas to be compatible or to be collaborative, or at least to coexist in peace and harmony. And so if we're not doing that on the inside, there is no way that our original medicine is ever going to reach the other sides of the planet that are in need at given times and circumstances that are happening right now in our lives. And it's time for us to realize that, it doesn't have to be this complicated. Original medicine is simple. Original medicine is. And your original medicine is so automatic for you, it will seem to you like it's not really possible until there's a certain moment in time or a certain set of conditions. And I'd love for you to just take a moment right now and imagine, what would it be like if permission was already granted for me to offer up my original medicine? And if right now is too much going on for you to do that, when you're falling asleep tonight, I want to invite you to consider falling asleep to that contemplation. What would it be like if my original medicine was so natural, it could be seeping out from me right now while I'm so busy doing these things in life that I'm so busy doing, or while I'm in the middle of this grieving situation, or I'm in the middle of this difficult decision-making process, that even in the midst of all of that, I could still be in quality moments. I could still be having the life that I appreciate, being given the opportunity to make decisions, an opportunity to know the love that I have. And that is why the grief is being experienced, because of the depth of love that I know. So imagine the both and is very here all the time, and that you are allowing as original medicine for it all to be existing simultaneously. And then lastly, I just want to share this about your original medicine. And I've mentioned it just a little bit already. Your original medicine is so original, it's not going to feel profound to you. I just want to share with you just a little example in my life. The more I started sharing with people all the crazy things that were happening in my multidimensionality, in my awakening, in my parallel universe-ness, in my past life awareness, which is really just one life that has lots of engagements. And as I was infusing and integrating that and having all these questions and finding the solutions, and then I started to share the wildness of all of that, thinking all the while, this one's going to go too far. They're never going to be able to handle when I share this with them. That is what the people really wanted to hear. It's what our community was fed by more than anything else. And so inside of me, it felt like, how could this really make a difference for people? It's so regular. It was kind of irregular because it was quite phenomenal. But inside of me, I felt like I'm just a regular person. How could I possibly make the difference in the lives of so many, turning out to be hundreds of thousands of people? Never would I have imagined that regular me could do that. And the only thing that had to happen was for me to reveal in my authenticity original medicine, meaning who I actually am. without worrying or wondering, are they going to go away, or is this going to cause me to lose this or that kind of reputation or rapport here or there with this organization or this council or whatever it might be. It turns out I'm dealing with a really big organization and a really big council, and it's universal and it's cosmic, and it's never going to stop. And this is actually true with you too. You're part of a bigger organization than you might think. And you are guided by an original council that is cosmic law. And when you allow all of this to be who and what you are, your life changes dramatically. And when things come unexpectedly, or things go in a way that you weren't planning, or that you don't know what to do within the moment, if you'll just remember, I'm original medicine and I'm made of all this, and all of this is just flowing and flushing and rejuvenating and allowing me to step forward in a way that is relevant now. And so in the midst of that, this original medicine gets to come up and out of us. And a byproduct of that is we feel as if we're healing. We feel as if something feels just better. We don't really know how or why that's the case, but that's the case. And the how and the why is because we're no longer clinging to the resistance of trying to be an individual self that simply isn't true, and the universe will actually never allow that to be sustainable. And so as we begin to identify as the original medicine that we are and offer it up freely, what begins to happen is we rejuvenate and we recharge. And in the midst of that, we simply have a greater sense of empowerment on this planet. So I'm hoping that this is helpful for you. And if you'd like to dive in more deeply with this original medicine idea, I'm quite sure we'll be visiting that inside of the masterclass, which is following right after this. So you can click on the link to join us in the masterclass if you're not part of the masterclass community. And by doing so, you have access to all previous masterclasses where we dig in, dive deeply, and show you how all of the components of the universe and the cosmos are woven together in a beautiful tapestry that is you. And the more we can learn about that, the more empowered and masterful we are in this life on earth. We come here to leave our original medicine. And in the process of realizing how to do that, we heal, we evolve, and we reveal our true magnificence. It's quite a beautiful process when we truly understand how it all fits together. So join me in the masterclass. I look forward to digging in and going into this fourth dimensional conversation even more so. And I look forward to seeing you there. And you'll have just a few moments to click in, get signed up, and meet us up. At the bottom of the hour, we'll be going for an hour or less, just right in that time frame, so that we have plenty of time for you to ask your questions and for me to weave together the answers, tying all of those questions together in one beautiful, original conversation. All right? So I'll see you there. Blessings. It's always a great joy to be with you for the short answer. Much love. I'll see you in the master class. Bye for now.